Sega.
What is up? You're here with me, Mr. C on Brothers Forge Gaming, and this is Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection on the PlayStation 3. There are two versions of this. You could get the greatest hits, you could get the regular. It doesn't really matter what you get. What I've got right here for you, you know, who didn't grow up playing these classic games, right? These are great ones. Well, maybe not everybody grew up playing them, but you know what I mean. There's some good games on here, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to get some ultimate value out of this thing. So this sits around, you could probably get this between like 10 and 20 bucks all day long. Game stores, eBay, whatever marketplace you use, you could grab it on there. But yeah, there's some great stuff on here for those of you that did grow up playing it, and then those of you looking into getting into gaming. You know, I've been wanting to do more of a piece on this. PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 is really a good place to start. So if you're a gamer out there, maybe you're current, maybe you're not gaming at all, maybe you played retro, haven't played forever. You know, this is a good place for you to jump in right here on PlayStation 3. I would recommend it. Games are still pretty cheap, and the systems themselves aren't terribly expensive. PlayStation 4, though, if you're looking to get something a little newer, is a really great place to jump in. You can get a PS4 Pro right now for probably around a couple $100. The games are getting cheaper, and there's some really good stuff on there physical wise. So we don't know what we're going to see physical media moving forward, PS5 and up. We've heard rumors for years now that the physical media itself is going to be disappearing. So we'll see when that comes true. It's going to be a sad, sad day when that happens. But right here, Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection is going to save you tons of bucks. Not only being able to play these old games, playing them in a modern setting on HD, save states, all the things you might want if you don't want to go back and play these brutal, grindy, gnarly games as they were intended to be played, which in a lot of cases make them unplayable because they're so difficult. But anyway, whichever way you want to play them, I'm going to show you which games are on here, and then I'm going to show you one of the coolest features. Shout out to the gentleman that told us about this during our Golden Axe Warrior stream, which, if you didn't know, is a rather expensive master game. But you can unlock it on here and with some other stuff. So we're gonna show you that. We'll just go over it alphabetically, starting from, I guess, Vector Man. So you get those. All right, hey, we'll start with A and round it about. So Alex Kidd is like a master staple if you haven't played it. Altered Beast, Genesis, one of the first games I played, an arcade game that's awesome. Here's one, Beyond Oasis. That's really cool. And what you do is you get a preview on here as well. You can go into this museum. You can get the history. I mean, there's so much cool stuff on this collection. I know there's a newer collection that came out like PlayStation 4 era. Not sure if it's anything like this. I have not even seen it, but I believe the last one of these I played was on PlayStation 2. But this one is like next level, man. So we got Bonanza Bros, which is a fun. I want to say that's like a co-op, like not cops and robbers, but you're like robbers, you know, kind of deal. Classic, like Sega's answer to Tetris. This game, Comic Zone, is freaking impossible. It's so hard. Maybe with save states you can beat it, but I don't think I've ever passed like the third or fourth level on that game. But there's just some really good games on here. This is a sleeper too. You can grab eSWAT generally pretty cheap for cart if you're looking for it. A lot of these you can find. Some of them are rare. Fatal Labyrinth is probably like a mid-range. Flicky's a cool game if you like kind of like high score games. Game Ground is a classic, and of course you got Golden Axe 1 and 2, and then 3 was only ever released on, I want to say, not in the US, so you could get it. I think we have it as a repro, like in box and stuff, which is cool. But the only time I ever played it before was on the PS2 collection, I want to say. Good Chameleon is another good one. Let's see here, you know, and then of course, so if you're an RPG fan, Phantasy Star is one of the original like great series that you can play. And then you can see here 2, 3, 4. Where's 1? Well, we'll show you where 1 is. Rise Stars is kind of like an underrated platform style game, I guess you want to call it. And then you get Shining Force 1. Actually, well, this would technically be considered 1, I want to say. And then you get 2, like 1, you know, 2 and then 3. But however you want to like it, this is kind of like the first entry into the series, but it's not a SRPG. It's a dungeon crawl. So that's a pretty cool one to get there. So you get those 3 games, you get the Phantasy Star, so huge value here. Whether you're a fan of original stuff or emulation or whatever, maybe you don't care. This is a good way to play these games, I'm telling you. Sonic 3D Blast is super underrated. I like Spinball as well. Then you get Hedgehog 1, 2, and 3. Of course, the SOR, series, which is super awesome on here. And hopefully that didn't just come through. Some big notification on my computer just blasted my headphones. Okay, so, Streets of Rage, Super Thunder Blade's actually a really cool game, but super hard. And then the Vector Mans, they're okay. They're decent. One thing I did notice with kind of games like this and Green Dog Surfer Dude, it's almost like they made like these generic versions of games to like skin over, and they run like every other awesome game you want to play, but with just like a weaker character model. So it's kind of interesting. So anyhow, that's a look at that. You get some options. You can change the settings a little bit, the autosave and the audio. I turned those down. Hopefully this thing isn't blasting. I haven't heard any kind of deal there. And then let's go to the extras, guys. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. And this is what I'm going to be doing. And it tells you how to do it here. So look forward to this. I just wanted to give you like a shorter version of this video. If you haven't seen this, I mean, these collections are kind of common, so you may or may not be aware of this, but maybe if you haven't looked into it, there's some really cool unlockable stuff on here. So like right here, it tells you to get Alien Syndrome, you got to reach mission 3 without losing life on Alien Storm. That's probably pretty hard to do. Altered Beast. Okay, who doesn't want to play some Altered Beast? But you can unlock the arcade version here. So I want to say the difference in, like, if you played Altered Beast on the Master, I think there's one more level than you get on the Genesis, or maybe that's backwards, but this might have like the Genesis style graphics here with that extra level, because if you played on the Altered Beast on the Master, it's a little bit, it's like not as, it doesn't have that 16 meg power. Congo Bongo, that one actually looks really fun. So random that you get it from reaching Streets of Rage, playing Streets of Rage here using complete the first level using all 3 characters. So we're going to be doing this. I'm going to be going through and I'm going to be unlocking all of this stuff. So I'll show you once I unlock it. But like I said, I wanted to give you kind of just a general overview. So you play Flicky, 80,000 points. That shouldn't be too hard, right? Fantasy Zone, that's a cool one. I believe that's on NES, so that's going to be neat to have that on here. And then this one right here, guys, this is Value City. So if you want to grab this game, I want to say it's about $300-400 loose. In box even more, something like that. And this is an epic game. Easy played through this a little while ago. If you want to go check out his playthrough on that, it's a multi-part series. And then right here, another huge one, Phantasy Star, the original. I cannot wait to unlock this and play this. Sonic 2, defeat the first boss with 2 players. So you got to have an extra player on that one. But so, that one can be a little tricky if you don't have someone to help you with, or you might just have to control 2 players. And then Shinobi Arcade. This is awesome right here. I've been looking for this game right here. I know it's on Master and you can get like a Tengen cart on NES, but none of the ports I've played are like the arcade. So this one, exactly like the arcade. So this one's going to be awesome right here. And then, Space Harrier, another classic arcade kind of like shooter style game. Super difficult. Again, here we got this. And then you can unlock some series of different interviews. So we're going to be playing through this collection here and unlocking all of these things. So make sure to come on back and check us back here on Brothers Forge Gaming for more Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. Hope you guys have a good one. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.